to hear from the Lord. I needed to hear from the Lord.
Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's Taj, aka MahTaj Midas, and this is MahTaj Midas Living. So I've got a quick word for you. Obviously, I hope you're all blessed. I hope you're well. I'm trying to get into this word ASAP. I'm about to head off to gym and then work, so I want to get this done on the drive, which shouldn't be a long one. So I'm hoping this video is pretty quick. I've already prayed beforehand, and I'm just gonna get into it while I am on this drive. Let me see if I can move this, because I don't want my little boxing gloves to keep swinging in front of everything. But yeah, I'm just gonna flow. I've not written anything down. Oh, this is gonna really annoy me. Let me see if I can fix it. I'll turn it. That should be a bit better, but it's probably still gonna swing in the way, but it is what it is. Anyways, so last week Saturday, yeah, this is gonna keep swinging in my face. I do apologize. It's just gonna have to be that way unless I can take it off. We'll see. But yeah, last week Saturday I went out with some friends for a really nice dinner, which isn't relevant, but I wore these rings that I have. It's like a set of rings. You know those set of rings that have rings for each finger, and then some of them have like 2 rings for like the middle fingers and stuff. I'd say there's probably like 10 rings in the set, something like that. One of those sets. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's not really relevant, but it kind of is. So on my way home, or when I got home and I was taking my jewelry off and stuff, I realized that one of my rings was missing, and I was a little bit upset because I was like, oh, now the set's not complete, and it was kind of annoying. But I was just like, nah, it is what it is. Like, the ring's gone, I'm never gonna find it again. I just assumed I lost it while I was either walking to my car to go home or at the restaurant or whatever. I was just like, okay, the ring's gone. Wasn't upset, like it was fine, completely forgot about it. And this was on the 10th of June. As I'm recording today is the 20th of June. And then yesterday I was coming home from work, and I was bringing all my bags and stuff into the front garden to come down the stairs and go to the front door. And I had a suitcase that had some work stuff in it, and I brought that in through the gate, put it down so that I could close the gate behind me. And as I looked down, why is that? Sorry, there's a pigeon and it wasn't moving. And so while I was what was I saying? Yeah, so as I was closing the gate, I looked down and I saw something on the floor. Was it not the ring that I lost? And I was like, what? I was like, how is that there in the garden, like at home? Pretty sure I lost it while I was out. So I was like, okay, cool, this is cool. It was quite a good feeling, even though it wasn't like an expensive ring or anything. It's basically costume jewelry, but it was just nice to know that the set was completed. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, God. I was like, this is so cool. And I was like, oh my God, like what I thought was lost wasn't really lost, and now it's returned to me at the right time. And then that's what God put on my spirit. And he was basically telling me yesterday that it's a symbol of more than one thing, but in particular it's a symbol regarding to kingdom marriages, especially those of us who are waiting on prodigals to return. It's more in relation to that, things that we have lost, or we thought that we'd lost this person for whatever reason. The circumstances are just not looking like they're ever coming back, kind of thing. And you've almost got to that place where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna accept this now, kind of thing. It is what it is. And then bang, that contact is gonna be made, or you're gonna see them, or whatever kind of thing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But it's not just related to that either. I also heard in my spirit that it's linked to everything that we've lost in regards to friendships, finances, jobs, things that we've lost along the way on this journey. You know how it is. Like, if you're on this journey, you know that we lose a lot. Obviously, we lose things that aren't meant to be for us, whether it's just for a season or whether it's forever, etc. Like, these things happen for a reason. Even if we don't know the reason at the time, it's always for our greater good. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah. So I thought something was gone, forgot about it, was just moving on with my life kind of thing. And then bang, it's brought back to me. And then the fact that it was a ring was very, very symbolic for me. It's almost like you thought your marriage was over, but it isn't. It just wasn't the time yet. So you were separated from the ring, aka your marriage, and then out of nowhere the ring is brought back into your presence, aka the marriage. And this is just flowing through now, actually. And I was just like, when I was feeling it yesterday, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, God is so good. And then I looked up the meaning of the number 9, because it was 9 days since I lost the ring. Even though I hadn't been thinking about it, I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I went out on the 10th, and then yesterday was the 19th, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's 9 days have gone past. I wonder what that means. Obviously, like 9 months with like pregnancy and stuff, but I wasn't thinking that at all, because right now I'm celibate, so that's impossible, and I know it's not that. And plus, even if I was with my husband, that wouldn't be on the agenda right now, because we're not married kind of thing. But then I looked up the number 9 in Strong's Concordance, and it said, what did it say? It said something that was lost but found, and I was like, no way. I think I swore when I first swear, but I'm not gonna swear now. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, this is when you know that everything that God does is just so intentional and purposeful and just pre-planned. It was crazy. It actually gave me chills when I read that. And it also links, there was a piece of scripture that I linked to. I think this is Strong's Greek, by the way, the number 9 definition. And there was a passage that I was led to. I think there were 3 passages where it was used, but the one that stood out was in, I think it was Leviticus 6. And I think I read between like 1 and 10. I will correct that and put it up on the screen, because I can't remember, but it was definitely Leviticus 6. I'm saying definitely, it might not be, but whatever it is, I'll put it down. But what it was pertaining to was, if something is stolen from you, the person who steals it, they, in order to get back right with God, they have to return it with like interest on top. So what I got from that is, and what I felt in my spirit, was all the things that we've lost on this journey of God, whether it's things that have been taken from us, whether it's things we've lost along the way, etc. We're gonna get it, but obviously the stuff that's rightfully ours, because some of the things we had to lose, even finances we had to lose along the way as a part of increasing our faith and increasing our reliance on God, etc. But He's going to restore all of that with interest. And in some cases, depending on what's been taken, it is going to be those who stole it from us who are going to be returning it with that interest. And it just made me feel really excited and at peace, and just knowing that I haven't lost these things just for nothing. Like, yeah, I'm upset that I've lost certain things along this journey, but at the same time, it's brought me so much closer to God. So in what I lost, or in what we've lost, we also found God. Like, yes, we already knew God, but we found Him even more going through these things, through these times of losses. But our winning season is here, it's coming. Obviously we're all in different seasons, but for those of you who are in this season where you know you've for it to pan out in the physical. The same way that a ring was gone and I was just like, cool, I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing, getting on with life, focusing on God, etc, etc, not worrying about what I've lost. Yeah, you might think about it from time to time, but you're still looking forward and focusing on what you need to focus on. But at the end of the day, everything that's rightfully yours and that was taken from you is going to be restored with interest, is basically the message. So that was nice and brief, just over 10 minutes. Lovely jubbly. I hope this word has blessed you. It's definitely blessed me, and I will see you in the next video. If we vibe, join the tribe, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all.